We'll take them to a better place, better place. Do 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 do. Take them to a better place. That was so bad, but I don't care.
We can't sing.
We didn't prepare for this intro, but I don't care. But that's the best I could come up with. Anyway, hey guys, welcome back to the Charming Analysis podcast. I'm Mari.
I'm Jay. Hopefully our last one for today.
It is probably our last one for today.
I am so tired.
I was not actually expecting to do this review this soon, but I'm happy we are. But to those who really like our Trolls video, you're gonna be happy today. Anyway, so today we are going to be talking about Trolls Band Together. It's the third installment for the Trolls franchise that I was actually not expecting us to get, if I'm being honest with you.
Lovely.
Why don't you explain what it's about, honey?
It's about who was it? Which band?
Brozone?
It's about Brozone reuniting.
Who's Branch's brothers.
Yes.
And apparently they are on a quest to save their brother Floyd, who was captured by Vivian and Veneer, I think is how you say their names. And basically we are just, it's Poppy, Branch, and his brothers basically going to save them and stuff. So, what did you think of this movie? Because I kept saying it was really great, and honestly, in my opinion, it was fucking fantastic. I'm actually surprised we even got a third movie, and I'm so excited we can finally talk about it.
It was weird.
It was weird?
It was weird for me. We have not seen a Trolls movie since,
the second review we did.
One.
And that was during COVID.
Yeah.
That was 2-3 years ago. Fun fact, our most viewed video we have currently to date is our Trolls review.
I'm just saying.
Which is honestly surprising.
How did maybe because we reviewed it when nobody else had their reviews up? Probably.
But also, we saw it when it first came out, a couple days after it came out. This, I think, came out a week or two ago, I think. But yeah, I actually really liked this movie. You're more for the Trolls movies than me, but I actually really liked this. I thought it was great.
You liked this one more than the other. You felt like you liked this one more than the other ones.
I think if I remember, it's a tie between the second movie and this one, to be honest with you. I like this one just as much as the second movie. The second one was my favorite and stuff like that, but I actually really liked this one.
You gotta choose which one's better.
We'll see how by the end of this review what my opinion is on it. But what are some of your thoughts on it, besides it being weird?
I like the puppet styles. I like the artist. I like the art that goes into it. For different textures and stuff. And also just seeing them do different styles. That's one of the things they're known for in our opinion, is just the styles that they decide to do for this series. Honestly. And I'm genuinely surprised at the styles they did with this one. It was so fucking good. There's a new Squid Game, I guess. Anyway.
We're gonna have to look at that later. Anyway, what did you think of... Well, first thing I'm gonna point out, the two bargains from the first movie are fucking back, baby. Where the fuck were they?
Mm-hmm.
They were completely gone for, the first, They were completely gone from, the second movie. First movie had them, second movie didn't have them, and now they're back again. So, that kind of threw me for a loop. I was honestly not expecting that. And they finally got fucking married! It has taken so long! They finally got married.
Too long.
It took way too long for those two to get fucking married, honestly. I'm genuinely surprised it took them this long. But then again, this is the third fucking movie. I still can't believe they even made a third movie. But, were you happy that the Birkins are back? Because I think, they were one of your favorites in the first movie, I think.
No, I was sad that,
That's sad that Queen Barb didn't show up.
That's
that was sad.
Yeah, that's one thing I will point out. Queen Barb and her friends don't show up for this movie. I'm surprised they didn't include them in this movie. That's something I was genuinely surprised at. But we'll get into that in a minute as well. But I'm happy the Birkin showed up again. I'm genuinely surprised Queen Barb wasn't in there because she was my favorite character in the second movie. I was surprised she didn't show up. Were you surprised that you were surprised at that too?
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised she wasn't in the movie. I don't know. Maybe they didn't get her voice actor in again, or maybe they just didn't want to have her again. I don't know. But what did you think about Branch and his brothers? I want to hear your opinion on this. I thought they were cool.
I have no nostalgia connection to
NSYNC
or anything like that. Do you?
Not really. I started listening to NSYNC when I got older. I didn't even know they were a thing until I think I was in high school.
Or was it the Backstreet Boys?
Backstreet Boys is what I think it was both. I think the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, but I was genuinely surprised at both of them that were in this movie. To be honest with you,
I had no opinion on them. I just was like, someone really wanted to get this band back together, so they made a whole movie about that.
But it's not even about the band. It's not the band themselves, but like apparently Branch has like siblings, which I was honestly not expecting. But I'm kind of glad we got to see his siblings, which I thought was interesting. Who is your favorite out of the Brozone bros? And Branch counts. You can say Branch if you want to say Branch.
I don't know.
I think my favorite is definitely Branch. But Floyd is probably a close second. I do like their designs in it, honestly. Like, their designs were honestly really cute. And another one I was not expecting. Poppy has a fucking sister!
Yep.
And honestly, I fucking love her. She's so funny. She's amazing. She's funny. She definitely vibes with Poppy, and I fucking love that. Out of all the characters in this movie, I think my favorite has to be Vivi, who's Poppy's sister. She's my favorite, honestly, in this whole movie. But what about you? Who is your favorite Brozone character?
My favorite Brozone?
Yeah, and Branch does count because he's technically part of the band. So if you want to say Branch, you can go ahead and say Branch.
I don't know.
Well, pick one.
I guess the one who was trapped?
That's Floyd.
I guess.
Okay.
That guy,
Oh my goodness, Bean. You cute butt.
I'm sorry, I'm really tired after doing all this.
Why do you think I said we should have spaced it out?
I know.
And you didn't listen.
I did never listen.
So that's what you get.
Shut up.
Anyway, so what did you think of the idea of Poppy having a sister? That threw me for a fucking loop. I was not expecting her to get a sister, to be honest. And I kind of like her sister, though. I thought it was kind of an interesting addition. I wasn't expecting that, but I like her as a character. So what are your thoughts on her?
Another character.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not as much as enthusiastic about this one as like the second one.
You thought the second one was better?
Mm-hmm.
Which I can understand at this point. I still thought it was a good movie. The second one, in my opinion, is still the better one of the three movies. If I had to rank the movies at this point, since there's now a third, I would say the second one's the best one, and then followed by this movie. And then the first one. But that's personally me. What was your favorite part about this movie? Because my favorite part had to be basically, honestly, finding Poppy's sister. I'm glad we actually got to find out what happened between them. And it actually makes sense. Like, it's basically tied to the first movie, which I'm surprised the second didn't do that as well. Well, they kind of tied it, but not really. But what did you think, honey? Do you feel like it tied well with the first movie? Because the second kind of tied with it as well, but not really.
Not really. It didn't tie in with the second one.
That's what I said, but I feel like it tied more with the first movie. I feel like they were like, oh, everyone liked the first movie, So let's do that again, but better.
I guess.
Stop looking at Netflix!
Oh, shut up.
Why do you always do that when we're talking?
I don't know. It's entertaining. Anyway, anything else you would like to mention?
Another thing I do want to mention, what'd you think of the music in this one? Because I thought it was great.
Good. Like, it's still good.
Still good music?
Still good, what's it called?
Jukebox?
Jukebox, yeah. It's still good jukebox music, you know?
Yeah. What did you think about Velvet and Veneer, who are the villains? Did you like them as characters?
I wish they got more screen time, to be honest.
That's definitely true. They did not get enough screen time. Do you think they were good? They were good villains?
They're all right. I just wish they got more screen time.
That's actually true. I can agree with you on that one. So I guess another question to ask would be, do you feel like they kind of went better with this one, or do you feel like this movie was a little bit below average? Like, do you feel like this would, like, goes with the whole series in and of itself, or do you feel like they kind of missed the mark on it?
I mean, it's for kids, I think. For an installment, it's fine. In the Trolls world, something would happen there. I just, I just like the second movie a lot more.
Which I agree with.
It was more of a surprise than anything.
True. The second one was probably the best one out of the 3 movies we've gotten, but this I still think was good. So another thing I want to ask would be, please stop looking at Netflix for 2 minutes.
Ignore me.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm trying to think. What was my other question? So, I have a feeling that they're going to make another movie, depending on how successful this one is. Would you see a 4th Trolls movie?
I guess.
Or the TV show, because I know they did a TV show.
Probably not the TV show. I wouldn't care.
But you would definitely see another movie if they had another movie?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, that's true. I would definitely see another movie, because honestly, even though this thing is like mostly just a jukebox musical, I like how Trolls is doing it, though. I do think the music was really good in this. I feel like they could have done a little bit more with the plot, maybe. I liked that we got to see a little bit more about the history and lore of the Trolls with the Birkins again, even though they've pretty much, like, not been villains anymore at this point. But I like how they've developed, and I also like Poppy's friendship with the female Birkin that ended up marrying the king, honestly. Like, their chemistry is also amazing. Mm-hmm. I guess I don't really have any more questions other than that.
Oh, what's your rating?
I still think the second one is the best movie. Mm-hmm. Nothing really tops the second one in my personal opinion. But I would personally give this movie probably a 7.5. Honestly, like a 7.5. I thought it was decent. It's not bad. I just feel like they could have done maybe a little more with it. I feel like if I had to pick, though, if I had to order it, the second one's definitely the best movie, followed by this one, and then followed by the first movie.
Okay.
That's my personal opinion.
Cool.
The second one is still the best one. But this would be a close second for me. I would definitely watch this again. Would you?
Probably not, but I still watched it, so I would give it a... Forgot what I gave this one. Probably has to be more than her. No. I would honestly, this is probably the least fun I had at a Trolls movie.
Really?
I would probably give it a 5.
You give it a 5? Mm-hmm. Really?
I liked the first and second one.
Well, I know you like the first one better than I did. Like, the first one and the second are probably your favorites. For me, it's the second and this one. Mm-hmm. I still thought that the Trolls movie... The Trolls movies are good, though. Honestly. And I'm actually surprised it took them this long to make a sequel, but then again, COVID. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was made around the same time the second one was, or a little bit after. So I get it. But anyway, That's our last podcast for the fucking day. Trust me, I don't want to be working on any more today. Because I was not expecting to do this one. I was expecting us to do this one after, like, we were done everything. But I'm happy we did it. But thank you guys for watching. And as always, I'm Mari.
I'm Jay.
And we're out.